Hello and welcome to my presentation. This is the presentation for my research project for academic writing group D1 and my name is Lion Sebastian Chaparro. So let's begin with my research question. Okay, so my research question is how can massively multiplayer online role-playing game, better known as MMORPG, video games influence on foreign language vocabulary acquisition of monolingual players? This question was born when I was playing this type of games, MMORPG, with some friends who they don't know anything or not as basic as A1 level of English. So their mother language was Spanish. That's it. I was with them and I noticed that they could use some words in English without knowing their exact meaning in the real life, in a language context, of course, in a normal context. And they use it as a lingua franca, more or less.
Lo ponen en 5, en 4, en 3, 2, 1. Norgüesa la entrada, gente. Norgüesa la entrada al vado. Buenísima. Y vuelvan ¿vale? Y vuelvan Vale, hold. A ver, levantan acá, estabilicen acá, gente.
Pero yo ando la prom y me voy a salir.
Vale, maten ese stopper que quiero sobre este tío acá.
Están rotando hacia el
rotando
noreste,
norte.
arriba del...
Están montando. Crucen el vado, Norway, crucen el vado.
Me quedo sur, mientras.
Vale, venga sur. Venga sur y pasamos full deep sur, dale full deep sur, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep sur, gente, deep sur. Preparen el 5 al vado, Norwest, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Norwest en el vado, gente, en la entrada del vado. Delete ese clap.
That absolutely caught my attention, and I asked myself why a monolingual person is using foreign language in a video game. I mean, how would they could understand this foreign language without having a formal context, going through a classroom, through lessons, and they understand the meaning of that word by using them in a formal context? How can a video game help people to understand a foreign language or even a second language and help them to have a great level as being as any other activity that a foreign student can use to understand a foreign language? So all these questions were inside my head, and that's why I decided to use them as my research project. Now, by the end of this investigation, I expect to understand the influence of playing Albion Online, World of Warcraft, and in general the MMORPGs in the vocabulary acquisition process for players, and how can it be beneficial for them to play this type of games, which benefits have playing Albion Online, for example, in the case of a vocabulary acquisition process. For my reading part, the most important articles I have read so far are the ones from James Polgy, which is my guide to understand the MMORPG world and how can it be beneficial for education purposes. Camacho Vázquez and Ovalle work that is called Video Games, their influence on English as a foreign language vocabulary acquisition level, which it is very important for me because it is a national Colombian work that was made in an University of Colombia, and it helped me a lot to understand which processes of vocabulary acquisition happens inside a video game. And last but not least, the one work that is called Students' Perception about Gamified Methods in English as a Second Language Acquisition. It is totally important for me, this one too, because it helped me to dig more in the importance of perception of students when they use video games and gamified exercises, in this case virtual gamified exercises, to understand and acquire knowledge from a language, from a new language, in this case English. To conclude this video, I would like to add that video games itself have a lot of potential to be in the classroom, because they have a lot of benefits that sometimes are not appreciated, because the majority of the people think about video games as if they were only for entertainment purposes, but it is not like that nowadays. It was like that some years ago, but now we can talk about serious games and entertainment purpose games. They are different, totally different. This difference was marked in Camacho Vázquez and Ovalle work, and they talk about two different games. The ones who were made to have a purpose, educational purposes, for example, teaching history, maths, whatever, and the entertained one who have only the purpose to be entertainment, for example, multiplayer games. But the thing is that MMORPG have extremely potential to be part of a language teaching class, because they are based only and mainly in communication skills. The people who are in the same server as you, they can speak Spanish, they can speak Portuguese, whatever, but they will use a different lingua franca, a different language, a lingua franca, in this case English can be, to communicate and understand other players, no matter where they are from, what language they speak. And for language students, that is a very important skill, because they can produce without having that feeling of being of doing the things bad, and that will reinforce their confidence and other important skills when you are learning a new language. That's it. Thank you very much.